Good day, sir. I am Edmay J. Tabifranca from 2BSE-SOCIAL Studies Section E1. Today, I will present to you my chosen topic, which is the study of urban geography. So, what is urban? It is the characteristic of a town or city, the urban population. What about geography? So, geography is the study of places and the relationship between people and their environment. So, this is the interaction between the people living in the environment and the environment itself. Geographers explore both the physical properties of Earth's surface and the human societies spread across it. So, geographers are those individual or expert person who study the urban city or the land area. Next is, when we combine the two, urban geography is the sub-discipline of geography that derives from the study of cities and urban processes. So when we say urban geography, this is the study of cities, the infrastructure you can see in the cities, the processes happening in the cities, the transformation from rural to urban processes. So, what is the concept related or relating to urban geography? Urban geography is the sub-discipline of geography which concentrates on those parts of Earth's surface that have a high concentration of buildings and infrastructure. Just like what I've said a while ago, this is the study where it focuses on the buildings, infrastructure, fast food chain that you can be seen in the city. Predominantly, towns and cities, these are the settlements with a high population density and with the majority of economic activities in the secondary sector and tertiary sectors. So, not only infrastructure ang nakikita sa urban city. This also includes the concept that this also includes the economic activities that makes up the urban city called urban. So this, when we say secondary sector, this is the those are the individuals that producers or who produce goods and services to for the consumers. The tertiary sector are the consumers. The individuals living in that specific area. When we buy goods and products in the producer, we call ourselves the tertiary sector or the consumer. Urban geographers are primarily concerned with the ways in which cities and towns are constructed, governed, and experienced. Contrary to neighboring disciplines such as urban anthropology, urban planning, and urban sociology, urban geography mostly investigates the impact of urban processes on the Earth's surface, social and physical structure. When we say urban processes, this is the transformation from rural area into the urban area. The process between the transformation, paano naganap ang transformation, na-adapt ba agad ng tao sa cities yung pag-transform ng lugar nila into cities, from rural into cities, na-adapt ba agad ng tao yun? The culture, the beliefs, and all the practices, nalipat ba agad yun or naiwan ba nila doon yun when the transformation happened? So this is the concept that urban geography focused about. Urban geographical research can be part of both human geography and integrated geography. There are essentially two approaches to urban geography: the investigation of system of cities and research on cities as system. The first approach involves the study of problems relating to the spatial distribution of cities themselves and the complex pattern of movement, flow, and linkages that bind them in space. So the first approach is the study involves the distribution of complex pattern. For example, the movement, paano nagiging connected yung fast food chain sa church kapag ba the balance ay, for example, paano nagka-connected yung tao doon sa society na yun sa isang sector. For example, the tertiary and secondary sector. When we buy goods, we call ourselves that we belong to tertiary sector. So, sino yung kinukunan natin ng mga goods, product, and services? Syempre, the secondary sector, which is, it binds, nagkakaroon ng linkage or nagkakaroon ng connections yung secondary and tertiary sector para maging balance yung city na tinatawag natin. The second approach is the study of patterns of distribution and interaction within city. Essentially, the study of their inner structure. City differ in their economic makeup, their social and demographic characteristic, and the roles they play within the city system. So, for example, if you are the consumer, not all the consumer is, hindi ka naman lagi nagabili, hindi ka laging bumibili lang naman ng products and goods services. Napapaisip mo din ba maging part ng secondary sector kasi the interaction between secondary and tertiary sector is nagkakaroon ng development, nagkakaroon ng increase sa economic activity ng society ng city. So, napapaisip, as a consumer, napapaisip ka din na maging producer din kasi pag nagkakaroon ng shortage, hindi ka agad makakatakbo sa hindi ka agad makakabili kung walang-wala ka. So, you produce goods for yourself, for the good of yourself, and for the good of your family. So, doon nagkakaroon ka ng malaki ang role play na ginagawa mo o ginagampanan mo as a secondary and tertiary sector. Next is the theory that involves urban geography. The earliest studies of urban geography in the United States focus on the size and situation. This developed out of the Mandan tradition of geography, which focused on the impact of nature and humans and vice versa. In the 1920s, Carl Saucer became influential in urban geography as he motivated geographers to study a city's phenomenon, population, and economic aspect with regard to its physical location. In addition, central place theory and regional studies focus on the hinterland, the rural outlying, or supporting a city with agricultural products and raw materials. And trade areas were also important to early urban geography. So, in the next slide, we will witness what theory we are talking about. Ano ang nagiging contribution or what play ano ang ginagawa nito sa impact para magkaroon ng impact ang theory na ito sa society or sa economic status ng city. So, the central place theory is the theory that I am talking about. In geography, an element of location theory concerning the size and distribution of central places or what we call settlements within a system. Central place theory attempts to illustrate how settlements locate in relation to one another. The amount of markets area a central place can be controlled and why some central places function as hamlets, villages, towns, or cities. So central place theory, developed by the famous geographer Urban Christaller, focus on the market activity. So according to the video that I've watched as my reference, dito na-explain ni Walter Christaller na central, which means in that sa specific na lugar, sa sentro mismo. So, ang sentro dito na sinasabi ni Christaller is yung market. Ano ang impact ng market na ito? Or ano ang impact ng central place theory na ito sa consideration ng mga tao para mag-establish na market? So, they consider the distance between the economic activity of that is happening. So if you are the producer, you must find a good place na maka-attract ka ng buyer, buyer to gain more profit in that product na di-produce mo. So the idea is bakit ka bakit ka maglalakad ng ilang kilometro para makabilis sa McDonald's kung meron namang McDonald's na kaya lang lakarin ng 10 minuto. So, this consider the distance na kailangan mo talagang i-consider to establish a business or a market na mag-produce ka ng goods and services for your consumer. The German geographer Walter Christoller introduced central place theory in his book entitled Central Places in Southern Germany in 1983. The primary purpose of the settlement or market town, according to central place theory, is the provision of goods and services for the surrounding market area. Such towns are centrally located and may be called central places. Just like what I've said, ang central places na tinatawag dito is the market. Settlements that provide more goods and services than do other places are called higher order central places. So yung mga settlements just like McDonald's, Jollibee, mga kilalang brand ng mga fast food, for example sa food tayo na inline, mga kilalang food na mga higher standard, sila yung nabilong sila sa higher order central places. Lower central places have small market areas that provide goods and services that are purchased more frequently than higher order goods and services. Dito na papasok yung quality and over quantity. So for example, Jollibee, McDonald's is the standard food na kilala sila na brand. But ang more attractive na products and services is yung mga fast food chain na kilala lang sa lokal. For example, University of Southern Mindanao has the highest populated number of students in Mindanao. So, may mga estudyante dyan na may kaya or sobrang yaman. May mga estudyante din dyan na katamtaman lang. When napapansin ko na kapag tanghalian, one a time, bumisita ako sa Jollibee. Kasama ko yung kaibigan ko. Masyadong maliit lang yung mga estudyante ng makain doon. But when I visited the Patilan in Avenue, sobrang daming estudyante na kumakain doon, which is goods and products na siniserve nila is sobrang cheap lang nung price niya, but the quality of the food is sobrang enough na para sa estudyante para doon bumili. So, Patilan considered to be in the lower ordered central places, and Jollibee and McDonald's is one of the higher ordered central places. As you can see in the graph, in the image, there is some factor that considered to be part of the urban city. The density or the population area of the specific city. Kapag sinasabing sinasabing geography or urban, syempre na-expect na maraming tao ang nandoon, maraming population ang nandoon kasi cities makes livings easier. So, gusto ng mga tao, mas madali yung buhay nila, mas madali yung pang-araw-araw nila na pangailangan. So, they move to city. So, this is where density, nagkakaroon ng role, ng play, yung density in urban city. Density of use and income. When we say use and income, enough lang ba yung kinikita mo sa araw na yun para makakain or masustain yung pangangailangan ng family mo. So, cities provide quality and quality lifestyle sa mga nakaka-afford lang. Pero pag hindi ka naka-afford, syempre, kailangan mo, yung kita mo, kasya lang na sa pagkain mo sa isang araw. The destination access. The destination access is what we call, dito napapaloob yung central place theory kasi the consideration between the higher ordered central places and the lower ordered central places. The distance to transit, the transportation, and the design. The design is shaping others so that urban residents benefit from the advantage of dense areas. Good designs includes walkability, traffic safety, controls, and tree over. So, sa city, mas maraming makikitang mga higher buildings na makaka-attract sa mga tourist or sa mga tao na lumipat mismo sa city. Next is the percentage of population in urban cities. Percentage as the year pass by, mas maraming nagta-transfer from rural area into urban cities because they know that urban cities makes life easier. So, as you can see in the graph, the world's highest number of percentage is from, yes, nag-increase siya from 29% to 49 to 60 in the year 2030. The highest number of percentage is the North America, which is from 64 to 79 to 87. Next is the Latin America, from 42 to 76 to 84. Next is the Europe, 51, 72 to 78. Next is the Asia, 17 to 41 to 54. Africa, 15, 37 to 51. So, kaya considered ang North America as the first world country kasi the lifestyle there is halos urban, halos city na ang nandun eh. Nandun na yung mga goods and products. Everything they need is kayang i-produce ng government nila or the market area at place. Kayang ibigay ng producer nila. Kaya mas now considered na first world country ang North America. Then Asia, considered to be the third world country because we are in developing stage. Nasa developing stage pa ang Asia. Hindi pa masyadong na-afford ng mga tao yung mga standard or quality lifestyle na sinasabi nila. So, we will proceed to the issue or the problem struggled or encountered in the Philippines. Urbanization in the Philippines. First is the traffic, the settlements, and the lifestyle. Traffic. Transportation in Manila considered to be the one of the most embarrassing scenario every time na nade-develop ang isang area, nagkakaroon din ng problema sa transportation. Kasi hindi yung maintenance is low lang siya kasi we are in the third world country. Hindi pa natin ma-afford yung mga transportation na nandoon sa first world country na sobrang high-tech. Next is the settlements. Mostly sa Manila, maraming what do you call that? Yung mga barong-barong lang na hanggang ngayon, hinahanapan pa rin ng solusyon ng government kung paano nila ma-provide yung needs ng mga taong nandoon lang kasi nakikipagsapalaran yung mga tao na doon sa buhay. So, they need consideration, government needs consideration para gawing quality lifestyle din yung mga nasa barong-barong na tumitira. Next is the process of transformation from rural to urban areas. The process between that process, ano ang epekto niya sa daily lifestyle ng mga taga-Manila. That's all. Thank you.
I see your monsters, I see your pain.